Yo, 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 ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Unprofessional Breakdown. Another special episode. Every episode is special, but we're in a new location. I can't say where we at, but secret location
Secret juice
here.
right here.
And the secret juice right there. I got the one and only Mr. Bang Bang Ben Boss.
Bang,
What's
bang,
up, man?
motherfucker.
Thanks for
What's
talking
up,
to me,
bro?
man. Thanks for taking the time and talking to me.
Of course, bro.
And you're
Pleasure.
hyping up. You got a fight coming up.
Yes, sir. June 22nd, St. Pete. They haven't announced the opponent, but Elijah Morales.
Okay.
Gonna be a big fight.
All right.
He's got a lot of experience.
And it's going to be over in St. Pete.
Yeah, my
And you're-
hometown. So
Yeah, so you're from that area.
well, I went to college there.
Okay. So where are you from?
So I'm from Western Florida. So that's more like Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, that's South Florida, right?
Yeah. So like where they have the sway events. Yeah.
Yeah.
I live like 20 minutes from there.
Okay,
That's
but
the
you,
last one. It's
but you
dope.
went to school
But I
on the
went to
West
school,
Coast.
Yeah, and that's when I started. I started training when I was over in Tampa, St. Pete area. So I mean, I like my childhood was Fort Lauderdale. Like
Yeah.
as a man, I kind of grew up in Tampa, so that's why I call it my hometown.
All right,
If
cool,
that
man.
makes sense.
And how many years were you living over there,
It's been
going to school?
so I moved there 2018. CT kicking it a little early.
Interviewing a fighter, y'all.
Yeah, in like 5 years ish.
Yeah, man. So what you went to school for? What you study?
Marketing.
Marketing.
I don't do anything with it now.
It tends to happen that way. So in 2018, that's when you started this whole journey of being a mixed martial artist?
Nah, bro, 2020.
2020.
Yeah. So, dude, my first 2 years of college were, I'd say pretty much throughout college, we're just straight, frat boy, frat star,
Yeah.
drinking and partying. But it was during, bro, it's a cool story. So it was during COVID. Like, there was nothing to do, bro. I honestly had never really watched MMA like that. I watched a couple Connor fights because, like, when Connor fights, everybody tunes in.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm stoked for the one next month, by the way.
Oh yeah, me too.
How do you
man.
think that's going to go?
Chandler always gets knocked down.
I'm saying, dude, you're onto something.
And they both of their gas tanks, so who knows? It's up in the air. If Chandler decides to wrestle, then it'll be a long night for Conor McGregor. But
that is fair.
he's not going to try to
He's
wrestle,
not going to try to wrestle.
and he's going to try to knock him out.
Yeah. So I think Connor's going to start him.
It'll be great for MMA if Conor McGregor won,
For sure.
because that's always good for MMA. It generates a lot more interest. And then like you're generating a lot of interest. You're going back home. You have a lot of friends and family
Yeah.
over there, right?
Yeah. So
You
back.
sold-
yeah.
Yeah. You
Back
sold
to the
V-
story.
Yeah, go back to the story. Yeah.
My bad. I get ADHD talking here. But yeah, pretty much. So, yeah, bro. COVID, the only sport that was on was UFC. So I started watching it and like I got really into it. And I'm like, yo, this is kind of cool. Like, and the main thing, I always wanted to be a professional athlete, but I grew up playing basketball and football.
Okay.
Obviously, my genetics ain't too great for that. But, fighting, I'm like, yo, like there's weight classes. Like, I'm like, yo, I think I can do this. And I started watching more and more. And actually, there was one night we got in a fight with another frat. Dude, it was me, 6 dudes, took them all on.
Wow.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. A couple scratches, but like it ended up with me getting pulled off this dude.
Jesus.
And then one of my boys that like, he had wrestled a bit in high school and stuff. He was like, yo, bro, like, I've been wanting to start training. Like that was pretty good. Like we should start training. And I'm like, down. So I went on Google, searched up, MMA gyms in Tampa, and I came across Gracie Tampa South.
Nice.
Which is where I started at with
Great
Billy
gym.
Q. Matt
Great
Arroyo.
gym. Yeah.
Yeah, Matt Allison, one of my best friends.
So you started everything all at once: jiu-jitsu, wrestling, Muay Thai, boxing.
Yeah, I would say I took more interest in striking because, like,
Okay.
when I'd watch the fights, I was one of the wrestling's boring kind of guys.
Oh man, this
So
guy.
I just wanted to throw hands and stuff and throw some cool kicks. I had a Taekwondo base, though. I did a little bit when I was a kid.
It's 2024. You're 3-0 now.
Yes, sir.
You're about to have your 4th fight,
yeah.
right? And then when I first met you at the last comment night, it was in
Yes, sir.
February, and it was your 3rd fight.
Yeah,
you
that
were
was a
successful.
great fight, man.
I mean, I noticed there was a section, and I think you had your whole family there.
Yeah.
And then you got on the mic, and you say your thanks and all
Yeah.
that stuff, but you thank your pops.
yeah.
And I spoke to your pops afterwards, and I said, hey man, I just want to say thanks for supporting your son.
Yeah.
I know the support system at home is the biggest thing
For sure.
ever. And we just talked for a little bit, but tell me about your pops, man. I want to
Yeah.
know more about your dad.
Dude, my pops is the man, bro. So Yeah, when I first started the MMA journey, well, it's funny because he coached me all the way from I played baseball too as a little kid.
Yeah.
So he coached me in baseball. That was like that was our main bond. So he always wanted me to go to the Little League World Series.
Yep.
Bro, I feel so bad because so he's always wanted to go there like as a coach. So I was like his hope, and then I didn't end up doing it. And then my little brother, he was like, yo, he's gonna be the guy to take me to Williamsport. He ended up playing football.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, my dad's been there with me every step of the way. I'm blessed to come from a good family,
Yeah.
Live in Weston. My mom's a great mom too. They've been together my whole life.
That's
And
awesome.
when I started the MMA journey, at first he wasn't really too fond of it. He was kind of like, "Oh, dude, like what is this?" Like, but then my brother passed away back in 2021.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, happens. But so I think after that, he was, he kind of took more of the approach of like, you know what, like if he's doing something that's not like harmful or like let him go after it. It was more so like, he's going after his dream. So he started supporting it. And then it's funny, as the fights go on, he gets more and more invested in it. Like,
Yeah.
especially I think the last one is kind of where I wouldn't say he was on board obviously and everything, but I think he really, because my first couple fights, if you watch him, I mean, they were just barn burners. Like,
Yeah.
not much technique, just swinging for the fences.
And that's typical when you're starting your career.
Yeah.
That's typical.
But the last one, when he really got to see, like, oh, wow, there's a lot of intelligence. There's a lot of, strategy and IQ. And, it's not just two guys. I think he's really invested in the analytical aspect now.
Okay.
Like,
The science behind it all.
yo, he's been calling me, like, every day, like, in the past couple weeks, like, yeah, I'm watching your opponent. Like, he seems
Oh, hell yeah. That's dope,
He's
man.
like, he seems to have these patterns. Like, he's like, this is a really interesting style matchup. I'm excited for it.
You said he coached you your whole.
Yeah.
So that coach instinct is never going to leave him.
Yeah. Even though, like, he's never, like, he'll say to himself, he's like, I mean, I've never fought before. I've never, like, I don't know much, but, like, just off seeing.
Yeah, he analyzes everything because again he's a coach.
Exactly.
So he's gonna. That's cool, man. Good job. What's your dad's name?
Luis.
Good job, man. You're doing a good. This is a good kid right here,
Heck
man.
yeah.
A nice young man.
And the one thing I will say too, where he's like, and I did say it on the mic there too. Like, if it wasn't for him, I don't know what would be up, because I mean I don't have it. I kind of just do this full time. Like, I'll DoorDash, but he supports me, to pay my rent, and helps me eat good foods like the Mountain Valley water I'm drinking. It's not soy boy water, Mitchell Chamali. We can have this argument another day, but
sponsor him.
yes, Mountain Valley. That would be sick. Free water for life.
So you said you dedicate your life, and then when we spoke briefly when I first met you told me like a quick synopsis of your story, and I was like, yo, wait, we gonna talk later in the future.
Yeah.
But you moved and you packed up and you 100% moved over here to Orlando
Yeah.
to train at Fusion.
Yeah.
Because you really want to, you're an amateur now. You want to go pro, and this is your career. You moved from Tampa or from Weston?
I moved from Tampa.
So you moved from Tampa here, and what made you say, you know what, it's time. Now is the time to go to Orlando and start training over there at Fusion.
Yeah, bro, it was a lot of factors. I'd say the main thing, it was just the opportunity. I kind of saw it as a growth opportunity. Leaving. I would say in Tampa, there was a lot of outside distractions and stuff. Especially coming from my time over there, like as a college student, coming through in like the whole frat kind of thing in school. Yeah, that whole environment, yes, I would train all the time. I was with my teammates a lot, but that environment was still there. And I kind of had a realization. I'm like, yo, like, if I actually want to take this seriously and like make it, I got to get out of that. I got to get rid of the distraction and stuff. And I had come to Fusion before the cross train and stuff. And, I saw the talent in the room. I know how many, studs are over there.
Killers,
I mean,
straight
yeah,
killers
like,
over there,
like
man.
I don't even need to give introductions.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, no, everybody knows.
Everybody knows.
Regional here in Florida, man. Regional and like the whole state of Florida. You know, Fusion is a prominent gym, and it has been the past 4 or 5 years. You
Yeah.
know, they've been doing their thing so much, and man, that's a big move.
Yeah, and
But, like-
everything just kind of seemed to fall into place, and but I was calculated about it. Like I
Okay.
didn't just. So I kind of. It was actually like sometimes say God's plan. It really worked out like that. Like I originally was gonna renew my lease with my roommates in Tampa.
Okay.
That kind of fell through. One of them was like, I think I'm gonna get my own place, and then the other guy did the same thing. And I was like, oh shit, I don't know where I'm gonna live. And then I was gonna sign a house with 2 other guys from from GTS where I trained at, and that was kind of that fell through. And I'm like, oh, now my options are kind of open, and Orlando's cheaper than Tampa. Help my dad out and stuff, and so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go train in Orlando. I still have my spot to live at in Tampa, but I'm gonna be. I would drive up 4 times a week, make the hour-and-a-half commute there and back.
Damn.
Yeah, just because I wanted to make sure that if I was gonna drop everything and make the move, that I like that. I like my environment over there.
Okay.
That
That's very, very
calculated.
smart. Instead of just like, all right, well, I'm gonna go over there. No, you took your time.
Yeah.
You visited multiple times.
So I trained there for
I dig that. That's dope,
yeah,
man.
so I trained there for like 2 months, like that before I knew like, all right, bet. And then, yeah, I ended up bringing, so one of the guys from Tampa, I ended up bringing him with me, Mike Bartolo. He fought last on the combat night, the wrestler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. That guy's a savage, man.
That guy's a beast too. So yeah, I brought him up to one of the. I'm like, yo, dude, I think you like this place. Just come check it out, because he was supposed to sign one of those houses with me, and he was like, yo, we're in. And then it was us 2, and then actually Coach Julian, he helped us out, with the 3rd room, getting it situated.
Oh, that's dope, man.
Yeah, so and I was like, bro, like I got really tight with Julian. I got tight with a lot of people. Mikey Conlon was letting me live with him for like a month and a half without paying him any rent or anything.
Oh, that's
like,
cool.
in one of his spare room.
Mikey's a good dude.
Yeah,
he's a sweetheart.
As soon as I got the Fusion, all these people were, they were in my corner, there for me, ready to support me from the beginning. And I mean, I knew it was the right decision. And
That's dope, man.
yeah, man,
What a story. That's
Yeah.
incredible, man. And if anybody's watching this, and let's say there's a person that is very interested in starting off just like you, and is in a similar situation where they want to come to Orlando or they want to move to a different area, what kind of advice would you give them?
Bro, don't worry about what anybody has to say about you. Like, follow your dream, do what's best for you. You're the only person that knows what the best thing is for you, because you're always gonna have influences telling you otherwise, or like, I think you should this, I think you should. At first, my parents were like, "Are you serious? Like, you're really gonna drop like you have a good life in Tampa?" But I was like, "Yo, like, I see a new level. I see things being better, and sometimes." It's a really good movie. I like Spider-Man. It's a leap of faith.
Okay, yeah.
And
really good movie.
Bro,
Yeah.
Cool story. I gave that exact same speech to one of my previous opponents. Not the last one. My second fight.
Okay.
Jaden Shuey. Bro, he's like my little brother. We're really, really tight. And he actually, because of seeing what I did moving to Orlando, he lived in Idaho. And he dropped everything and moved to Vegas, and he trains at Extreme Couture now.
Oh, hell yeah.
But like, I kind of he was telling me he's thinking about it. He's like, yo, man, I see what you're doing over there, and I can see a similar opportunity for me. And I kind of say to him, like, yo, like, it's a leap of faith. You just got to do it.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And that
He did it,
doesn't,
and it's going well for him too.
and
so.
that right there doesn't just apply to mixed martial arts. If the people that are watching, that applies to everything that we do in life, man. So that's some good advice right there, man. But tell us where we can find you, man. Are you on social media? Are you on Facebook? You better be on Instagram. You better be. Where can we find you?
At Ben Paz MMA on Instagram. Super simple to find.
And
it's just my name.
any sponsors you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah. Alliance Education Services, bro. They're the best. They help me out with all my fight camp expenses and stuff. anything I need throughout the camp, I hit them up. They got me covered. Also, shout out to Real Food Supply. They also sponsor J Mac McDougal. But bro,
Oh yeah.
dude, them AM Fit Meals back in Tampa, they make sure I'm eating top tier quality food throughout fight camp. Apex Chiropractic, Rewire, TB, 2 performance clinics that I go to help me feel sharp throughout the camp. And
Oh yeah.
we got a whole team bang bang.
I dig it, man. Hey, Ben, you're a great young man. You're very talented. I'm looking forward to your future. You come from a great family.
Heck yeah.
That's why
Appreciate you.
when I saw you fight, I was like, yeah, I got to talk to him. But then when you got on the mic and you said those things you said about your family and those people that support you, I was like, yeah, I definitely got to talk to him.
Heck yeah, man. I
Because
appreciate
I don't
you
want to talk
having
to
me
people
on.
just because they win. I want to talk to good, genuine people, and you're
For
a good
sure.
dude, man.
You are as well, man.
And keep rocking, baby.
Heck yeah.
The sky's the limit. Yeah, you're in the right team. You got the right mindset. You got the right support system. You cannot fail. There's no way you can fail.
I'm not going to fail. June 22nd, 4-0, baby.
There it is. Tune in, guys. Thank you.
See you soon.
Thank you very much, man.